Over the next few days, we are going to try to do every single thing on this New Orleans bucket list.
From A to Z.
Like eating beignets. There's no way I can eat all this right now. And listening to live music.
Those cats were cooking, man.
Okay.
Let me tell you.
First on our list is to attend a festival, and we happen to be here during the French Quarter Fest, which is a festival where there's just live music all throughout the French Quarter. I think there's about 20 different stages. I think if we just listen to music, we'll find a performance. We're trying to get beignets from pretty much every place that we can. So now we are at Cafe Beignet. They look much bigger than other places that we've been to, but I can't wait to have a beignet. And we are prepared this time with lots of napkins. Okay, we had no idea these beignets were this big. The other ones have been super small. Thank goodness they have to-go bags. Like, there's no way I can eat all this right now.
Me neither.
It's as big as my hand. Oh my god, it's really hot. Oh man. I don't know. This might be better than Cafe du Monde. Okay, call us lame, call us whatever you want, but we are not going to get any crawfish on this trip. We do not like seafood. So C, crawfish, not happening. D is dine around. And we have definitely dined around.
Yes. The Napoleon House was built in 1797, and originally it was the residence of the mayor of New Orleans. It gets its name because the mayor made an offer to Napoleon in 1821 to come live here while he was in exile in St. Helena, but Napoleon died before that offer could come to fruition. This is what life is all about. The New Orleans spring breeze blowing in, my muffaletta, which is delicious, my jambalaya, my Pins cup. This is just a fantastic meal that's very refreshing. I'm transcending.
Next is to engage with locals, and we've definitely met a lot of interesting characters while here. We met a lady at the Haunted Museum who told us herself that vampires were real.
Yeah, we were talking to this so-called high priestess. She was there to connect with the spirits, and Anne asked her, well, how exactly do you do that? What does that look like? And she just said, oh, it's sacred. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, it's BS. Like, you don't have an answer for us. It's kind of hard not to think, well, I don't know, that sounds questionable. Who made you high priestess? I don't know.
We've been fortunate to be able to do a ton of stuff in the French Quarter. We spent all day here yesterday, taking tours, going into shops, eating. Really can't get bored here. There's so much to do. But we will avoid Bourbon Street. It is not for us. The Garden District is known for its beautiful homes, tree-lined streets, and a lot of celebrities have lived here. Let's pretend that we're on house hunters. We just saw 3 different houses.
Okay.
Which one would you choose to live in?
I would choose house number 1, the Manning house. I like the architecture of the house. I really liked the columns. That was pretty cool. It does look like they're doing a lot of renovation on the house right now.
So it's not turnkey.
No.
It's getting renovated.
Right. But maybe it's going to look even better after this renovations. Who knows?
I think I would actually do Nicolas Cage's house.
Okay.
I really love the way it looks and all the wrought iron work on it. And
yeah,
there's a lot of vegetation, but not in a way that totally obstructs the house like Sandra Bullock's.
Yeah, I can't give a proper rating on house number 2 because I could hardly see house number 2.
Yeah. I'm curious for everyone watching, comment below which house you would choose. We of course got a hurricane from Pat O'Brien's, which is where the famous cocktail originated from.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. This is great. It's delicious, it's fruity, I love it.
We admittedly did not have any intention of going to the Irish Channel neighborhood, but we realized it is pretty close to the Garden District, and out of all the things we read online, there was one particular place people recommended to go to in the Irish Channel, so that is where we're going. We're still trying to figure out where the antiques are, but there is a brick and mortar store. That's just like the garden. I was not expecting the vibe of the store compared to like the outdoor garden shop area, but that vibe inside is like my vibe.
If I had all the money in the world, I would buy that fruit chandelier I saw.
Ah, amazing.
It's going for $6,800.
Oh, that's it? Just kidding. From what I understand, Jackson Square is closed today because they're filming something. To our surprise, we discovered about a month later what they were filming, and it was actually a promotional video for Tiana's Bayou Adventure, which is a new ride at Disney World based upon the Princess and the Frog movie. We'll try to link the video in the description to check out. But since Jackson Square was closed, it gave us an opportunity to go into a building that we did not plan on doing otherwise.
I didn't know we'd be able to go in here today.
I don't know either, so let's go check it out. It is magnificent in here. I think they're about to do a mass soon, so we're just going to get in and get out. I can't with this guy. I love him.
Whatever you want.
We initially went to Mardi Gras World to see some parade floats, but we were able to actually cross another item off of our list. We were told that before the tour starts, we get a slice of king cake, which is very exciting. I had no idea that we get some king cake. So glad we had a proper king cake. That was delicious. The only other king cake we had was purchased from Wegmans, and it was terrible. It just tasted like bread and cream cheese in comparison. Delicious.
Gambino's is the place to get king cake from.
We're going to one of the best places to see live jazz here in New Orleans, Preservation Hall. From what I understand, Preservation Hall used to be like an art gallery, and the owner would have jazz musicians come in to draw people in, and it just kind of became a hotspot for jazz.
I'm really looking forward to this. I've never been to like a traditional jazz show.
Me neither. Jazz is not really our thing, but I do think we will thoroughly enjoy ourselves. And we're seeing like the Preservation All-Star Band, which my understanding is like the band to see. We just got lucky, so I don't think we can record anything, but we will definitely let you know what we thought of it. That was my favorite thing I have done in New Orleans so far.
Oh yeah, it was a highlight of the trip for me. Those cats were cooking, man.
Okay.
Let me tell you.
Whew. What I really loved about it was the very first song. Everyone played a song cohesively, and then each person did a solo. And then once that person was done with their solo, they stopped playing for the entire song. So one by one, everyone played a solo until the very last musician, who was the drummer, had a solo. And so it's cool because as each person stopped playing, you could hear the other instruments better. Everyone is so talented. We are now in the Louisiana State Museum, and they have a whole exhibit here specifically about Mardi Gras. So we are hoping to learn about Mardi Gras Indians because they are on our bucket list. Our guy left. He's in a different location now. He gets around. We've already shown the various neighborhoods we visited while here in New Orleans, so we can cross neighborhoods off of our list. For outdoor activities, we were able to stroll through various gardens at Longview and botanical gardens at City Park. Oh, cool! You can go behind the waterfall.
I made the right choice. They're pretty good. Pretty creamy. I like it. But I gotta say the best pralines I've ever had is in Savannah, Georgia. But these are still pretty good.
We did not get a chance to eat at Queen of Creole Cuisine restaurant, but we did our best to have as many Creole dishes as we could. Another thing on the New Orleans bucket list is to ride a streetcar, and we have seen a lot of these already so far, but they're super cheap. It's like $3 a day or something.
Yeah, it's a great deal.
To ride it. Yeah, it's amazing. You can buy a pass online through the Pass app, which we did, and I believe you just activate your ticket online and show it to them when you board the streetcar. Again, we have not done this before, so don't take it from us, but otherwise I think it's $1.25 per ride, which again is super cheap. We learned a ton about Super Cruise at Mardi Gras World and got to see an actual parade float up close. A fun tidbit that we learned on our tour that I never knew is that most of the floats have a bathroom on it. It's typically like a porta potty, but I never thought about that. There is a place for people on the float to go to the bathroom. Most of our time in New Orleans has involved taking tours. We got to tour Nola's famous St. Louis Cemetery No. 1, which is where Voodoo Queen Maureen Laveau is buried.
I thought that was such a fascinating tour. I've never been to an above-ground cemetery like that. It was just so cool to hear about the history of it and even the burial practices there. They talked about how the tombs are used as like a natural crematorium because it gets so hot inside the tombs. Truly fascinating.
There are tons of places in New Orleans to go shopping, especially to look for unique shops. But we decided to go to the French Market because it's an area that we have not been to yet. And I'm sure there's lots of unique stuff here. The French Market is an open-air market that has actually been here since 1791. All right, we just keep seeing a lot of the same things, like alligator heads, which I think are fake, but they say they're real. These little like animals made of stone. I've seen like 4 tables of those things. So I don't know, I'm kind of disappointed by the French Market here.
Yeah, I am too.
We did a museum tour and a walking tour through the New Orleans Voodoo Museum and had the most eccentric tour guide we have ever met.
It was very informative, and yes, it did feel like a lecture towards the end of it. It was like a full hour of just like Voodoo 101. It felt like he was saying how voodoo's not like, oh, the devil made me do it, it's evil, you know, that's not voodoo. That's just like a, you know, it's like a fictional portrayal in movies,
a caricature.
and TV shows. It's a caricature, yeah, just for entertainment.
So we didn't get to do W, X, Y, or Z. The World War II Museum was $32 a person, which was really expensive. We didn't really want to do the Explore It virtual tour because we're already here. We tried to do yoga in the sculpture garden, but it was closed. Let me in! So no yoga, and the zoo was just a little bit too far out. We've seen animals before, we didn't need to do it again. Overall, we had such an amazing time trying to tackle this bucket list, and it's a great blueprint for a trip to New Orleans. But next time, we will catch you in Washington, D.C. as we explore Embassy Day. Okay.
Jacket. That's for the blooper reel. Oh yeah, it was certainly a... Oh my god.